Rage, right? Do we still focus on Azar? Do we cancel out Miggy? Like, what are we thinking here?
Well, that is a great question. Like, they have focused their bans in game number 1 mainly on the roamer and the farm lane. Yeah, again, they kind of forget the lane, but so far, Boom Esports had a greater chance to get it back and again on the field. Yuan and Lady Jean. Despite the Lady Sun present again in Dolly, I'm not sure where this will be, man. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but I mean, Influence Rage changed it up. They decided to ban the Arlie instead of the Marco Polo, maybe baiting out Boom Esports to pick that up for Azar. That would be interesting. I don't think Marco Polo is first phase pick worthy right now. You definitely have other heroes that you want to prioritize, and it looks like they've got most of what they want with the Elaine, the Yuan, and of course the Lady Jean, all meta picks. Boom Esports right now, those top 3 looking good. Influence Rage on the other hand, I'm not sold on this trio. The Lady Soon, Kaiser, Dolia, I feel like there's not enough good Celestial Melody heroes to kind of take advantage of that.
They need to complement with a great front line as well, even if you're a Clash lane. And we're going to another series that Zhang Fei is slowly being banned out, man. We've talked about this, and it's becoming a problem for everybody.
Well, I hate to put this into the conversation again, but you know what? A Gun Mo looks good for the side of Influence Rage.
You just had to be the Gun and Mo guy. Yeah, well, it works, okay? Influence Rage right now, poke.
No. Actually, it makes a lot of sense, especially for Influence Rage here, because what
Validated.
you're doing is you're zoning them away, and you're literally kiting people. You're creating this area where it's difficult for Boom Esports to kind of approach you. I think that last time, yes, you had the Kaiser, Lady Sun, Dolia, but you didn't really have a buffer to kind of keep the Lady Sun patroning alive. So it does make sense.
This has been the nicest you've been to me since day number
It's weird,
1.
right? Yeah, I was
We're
saying
trying.
it, and I was like, wait, this is Kindofa. I need to be against him no matter what. What's going on?
Yeah, should we be harsh or something?
Yeah,
Like,
I should be.
Yeah, Again, guys, the answer to the most hardest crowd control tanky heroes right now, yeah, you need Peel. But how about this Hano? Will it work fair? Because if you're gonna go in the mid lane, yeah, it would really work wonders as well.
Yeah, okay. So the Hano is the same playstyle where you're keeping them afar. I think that's, it's been a previously very meta pick, but I think that it's kind of dropped off. I believe the Gun and Mo has kind of surpassed him in terms of like win rate and all that, but the Hano's still very strong here.
Yeah, it's one condition which I probably think this is not the reason they're picking Hano for, but with the Fate Rewind, you can kind of reverse the damage of your fallen towers as well. So that's one benefit of having the Hano.
Well, look, if no towers are ever damaged, and that's kind of what Boom Esports did,
Whoa.
you don't need that. But
They just did it.
All right.
So,
I like this. Okay, now I very much prefer Influence Rage's Giraffe.
Okay. So Gun and Mo in the mid, Hano jungle.
Gun and Mo in the rope. Nah, I'm just joking. Yes.
okay. Okay, fine. Last pick. They got the Marco Polo though.
Yeah,
Boom Esports got it.
They're willing to give it a try, and I'm so curious about this.
And the Motsu as well. So for me, I haven't seen much of a synergy perfectly in INF right now. This will be a test once more in game number 2. We said it correctly. Even Miggy said in an interview, they play messy. There's a lot of hesitations, and they need to fix that. With this kind of lineup, relying on each and everybody, with the reset of Dolia, they need to make it work one by one.
Yeah, and they need to get Hano as much farm as possible, right? I think it's going to be a lot of pressure for Sony to ensure that he's able to kind of do some damage. Once those, once you have those items, those sectors do so much, and they keep everybody away. Plus, with Gun and Mo's couple blades on top of the scepters, you could literally just blow people up with a single shot.
Yeah, that is the peel. That is the peel capability of INF right now. And we are looking at 2 smites, by the way, for Sunny and Raikou here, and this would really secure him objectives too. So because, look at that, 3/4 HP peel right away onto Impressive. So far, they're trying to build a great advantage of zoning out and basic attacks as well, and Petroni wants to do it against Azar as early as possible.
Yeah, starting it off a little bit stronger. Raikou, it's going to take a little bit of damage. Needs to be a little bit careful. Doesn't want to fight 1 versus 2, so he's going to back off here. But again, Sony in the top lane, I think it's more of like a matchup thing. It's like, a lane is melee. If you can kind of keep him away and just harass him with these scepters, make it very uncomfortable so that you kind of limit what Miggy can do. take away his farm so that he's not as strong as he was in game 1.
Yeah, this is the problem if you're a lane, right? If the Hino continues to get the items that they need, he can completely deny the regen of Miggy as well and how to duel with team fights, and that could be a great deal as well. Okay, I'm getting the story here. Look at that. This is the 1v1s up top.
Yeah, 1v1 on top, but I think Sony's not really in too much danger. He's got Fate Rewind if he wants to go.
Yeah,
but,
the backup.
Okay.
It's not enough burst, but
no.
they do get him the second time. Everything for him, but here comes the backup. Raikou as well coming in. Will force the unending sorrow. Meanwhile, the bot lane also had the attempt from the side of Influence Rage. That too did not work out.
Okay, we're looking at the exchange here. We're seeing an kiting process, and this is what you get now. It's for teams just being cautious, but we're seeing the reaction here. There was action up top, and this is just forcing Cozy to be and babysitting this farm lane as well. Look at the poke. Oh my goodness, half HP.
Range them away.
Look at the zone.
So far out, Azar can't even get within, but Oppressive, thinking about it, is Dragon is going to make his way there, but Cozy did spot him out, and he's going to be like, hey guys, bring it back.
Yeah, Gun and Mo. He might be going to be busy from moments on, but if we could pair the gold difference, loving this graph by the way, and IG6, and with the Yuan and Azar here, look at that.
Oh, it's not going to be a nice one. The heals do come through, but Vilao falls victim to Azar. And this is why Azar is so scary on that Marco Polo. Petroni, he wants to play with fire, gets stunned up as well. But here comes the backup. Cozy, can he do it? It is going to be God the Grave, but he's falling below. One more shot would do it. Impressive sidesteps those couple blades. They will make it out. So Boom, they take a lead, but it's a small one.
Yeah, I love how Impressive really landed the passive correctly just to push back. Cozy being close to Azar. And again, going back to your thought there, we've seen Azar has been good in this Marco Polo, and we want to see him shine as well. But with that kind of call coming in from mid lane, aiding the farm lane as well, this would really set up a counterplay from everybody. But we will know, as the items go by, we'll know who's going to hurt.
All right, Azar and Marco Polo are 1-1, right? Like, they are so, like, he's so good on this hero. I mean, just being able to get that pick off and then turning it into, you know, more farm. He's got a huge advantage already against Petroni. He's really showed up, right? And Influence Rage are like, you know, this comes back to the respect band. They went after Zarly. He's just like, I'm going to go to my tried and true with this Marco Polo and just blow people up. So, again, very well played by Azar.
Okay, Focus now continues to follow the farm lane. 1v1 to the farm lane heroes though.
Yeah, that's the fight hasn't even started, and G6 is already less than half his health. There might be a steal, but Azar, he gets a one-on-one against the Petroni. This might be a bad fight for this side of Influence Rage as Boom, Dragon will help secure, but Raikou, he wants to look for more. Invincible Warrior against 3. Nobody's able to stop him, but they will surround him, and this should be the end of Raikou. Everything in the box for him, and somehow he survives. Boom, they are getting turned upon. At this point, Miggy, he's looking for more, but Influence Rage, Sunny as well, Vilao will make it out safely. Miggy needs to chase this. Raikou is falling, and nobody's able to get the kill. They escape, but it's still Boom with the lead slightly. 3 kills to 2.
No kill! No kill! Boom Esports literally was diverted. They didn't know who to target. And with that kind of sustain that Sony did, through 2 people alone, man. Boom Esports, they were like all over the place on who to get at. Their HP was so low.
He's so low. And I mean, Raikou was all up in front. He was in the face. I mean, the Invincible Warrior. He was just chasing down after them, just making it very uncomfortable. Boom Esports right now, I mean, when you're being threatened like this giant Terminator who just walks in on you, you're going to be scared. You got to figure things out. You got to let him go, or you got to, you know, find out the priority. And it seemed like the team wasn't on the same page because they were attacking all different heroes.
Is this the look at middle Terminator you're talking about? Because that one is scary.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, because if you look at the the hand operations right now on these 2 guys here. Oh, okay. It looks like INF is seeing the better picture of this lineup here.
Yeah, but bot lane, that's the one. Azar, this is why you don't give him the Marco Polo. Gets another kill. Nice stun as well by Impressive. And Influence Range slowly being torn down by the side of Boom Esports. G6 looking for that Monfer tempo. Does not get the stun and will sidestep all of the couple blades as well. And Influence Rage, I'm not sure. Is this the best drop possible?
Okay, we can start with the gold comparison. Bleed slowly building the IG6 and Azar as well. They know they gotta kill, yes, but just don't negate the fact that the goal is slowly building up as well.
Yeah, right. He's gonna dive in as well. Just 6 will commit the ultimate as well. The knockback coming on to Raikou. But Raikou, while he's tanky, he's against 4. The miss on that thing inside the box, not gonna work out for them. Impressive. Unfortunately, will not be able to secure a good start to the fight. In the back lines though, Azar, he might be curious to start another fight. But at this point, Petroni will be backing the team up. 4 different members on Influence Rage, looking to make the pressure for Boom. The stuns come in impressive, falling a bit low.
Yeah, the sustain. I am seeing this draft once more, right, for INF. It's all about the outlast, the outplay as well.
Yeah.
They know the damage here in early game. They know they can actually tank everything. And with that, this really
Red
pushes
team
Boom Esports
has
to build those
destroyed a
aggressive
tower.
items early, but now it's not the moment to strike just yet.
Yeah, and I mean, this is the Hano, Kaiser, Celestial Melody, like Fate Rewind, and like Invincible Warrior, like this double whammy, right? And then you just let the Ganon, Mo, Cozy, Petroni on the Lady Swing just blow people up. So that's the strategy, that's the MO. Now, how does Boom Esports figure out a way to get onto that? I think it's gonna obviously come down to Azar. He's definitely very squishy, he's definitely a glass cannon. You gotta be super careful with how he's done it. But Azar has done a good job of limiting Petroni from having a really good game. He has a level advantage, definitely has more gold. So again, Azar needs to figure out how to find Petroni and Cozy on the back line so that the tanks in front don't do as much damage.
Yeah, that's very important. And we're seeing wraparounds as well for INF, and that has been their own possible source of frontline aggression, and they need to be aware when to place it, because right now with Esports, in my kind of observation, they're waiting for the right moment to strike. That's the most basic thing that you guys can understand. Because with this kind of lineup, they don't need to commit to any possible scenario there is that INF is dictating.
Yeah, they need to be a little bit careful here, though, and just Six and Dragon kind of zoning them away. But look, if a team fight is happening and they happen to be grouped, obviously you have your Miggy, and it looks like right now Influence Rage are kind of spreading themselves out. We haven't seen too many good Death at Sunsets or even Cannon Blast, and Impressive has been fishing for them, but he hasn't really found that money one where literally he hits it with like 2 or 3 members and like the rest of the team are just able to clean him up. So Influence Rage understanding the limits and the power and the strengths, excuse me, of Boom Esports.
Yeah, I think money is the most important thing for the Marco Polo right now. We've seen the switch. He's now on the top lane. There's still one turret to be taken by INF.
Oh no, right
on this.
Yep, he's all alone in the back lines. The backup does come from Influence Rage, but I don't think they want to take this fight because right now it's a better position for Boom Esports. And as such, here comes the Death at Sunset. Cozy in danger, uses a flash as well. Miggy will dash out, and it's going to be a stalemate once again, but the T1 in the mid is going to be threatened at this point. Azar working hard on it, will commit. Takes a couple of shots, but they do it. So Boom, they have that vision control in the mid.
Speaking of control as well, Sony is really want to take this buff away from Boom Esports, but the good thing there's 3 members here. That's the passive proccing in. And looking at this, just
oh, Azar, he commits the Fever Barrage, but right now Sony just negates everything. And Raikou, he's going in. It is going to be the ulti. Unending Sorrow, Sony's falling a bit low. Here we go. Oh, inside! That one hit the mark for sure. And this time it looks like Boom, they want more. It is the back line, Death at Sunset, but he's falling low. Miggy might give his life for the cause. Impressive. Trying to find his son. Will not do so as Raikou. He's still alive, walks away. But I think it's a big win for the side of Influence Rage.
That's what we're talking about, man. The timing for Boom Esports. You just see that. They just come online quickly.
Yeah, I mean, that was great here. Okay, but I just kind of want to, go back to that interview because Mickey was talking about how Influence Rage are a little messy, and then he kind of does that where he goes out of position, tries to 1v4 it, tries to do it, and that one was a little messy at least in my opinion. Mickey needed to play a little bit safer on that. They already got the advantage. Why go in for that?
And they kind of forgot the ocean of tears coming from the Lady Jeanne. Why stick together, bro? It's not the perfect time to stick together with the damage they have.
Yeah, right.
Look at this.
Going in. It is going to be eyes on Sunny here because he's the one that's going to change the fight on the backline. Miggy jumps in. Death at Sunset. Looking for Petroni. He's caught in no man's land. Going to be stunned up. Going to be knocked behind. He gets taken out. Sony comes in trying to protect the backlines as well, but nothing is working for the side of Influence Rage. Boom! They are so strong at this point. Azure Golem free for the taking. Nobody has died on the side of Boom Esports. They are just that much better than the Brazilian Kings.
Yeah, that initiation once more by Miggy. Death at Sunset. If you think like Boom Esports can control the front line, yeah, forget about that. We're in a deeper level of understanding on how to attack the team fights.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Miggy is the Terminator, Petroni is Sarah Connor at this point. Because There's so much action. There's so many other dead or other bodies in the way. But he goes right for Petroni and he tries to get it. But it looks like Logistics will pick up the Tyrant here. And it looks like the Invincible Warrior.
Yeah, it's a good idea though. They do get him down right now. Azar in danger. They might have to sell Impressive. At this point, they will not walk too far forward. Raikou very cautious about the way they approach this fight because Cozy is falling low as well. Miggy on the wraparound. Can he get the big entrance? He will. Deathbed Sunset, eyes on Cozy. Blocked by the wall, and Miggy is the one that's going to change this whole fight. The hero for Boom Esports as Azar jumps in. Does he even have his ultimate? He does have it. Favor Barrage is available for the taking. Goes in, but gets stunned up. It is a blow for blow as Influence Rage. This time it's Azar in danger, but the freeze! They actually make it out. Sony will not hit the mark. Impressive, willing to give his life, but at this point, the position is a bit spicy, so Influence Rage will not overcommit.
Yeah, the sustain still lives, and Boom Esports needs to respect that. Oh my goodness! He falls!
Miggy, my friend, what are you doing? Okay, that was a bad engagement, but I want to talk about that bottom part where Boom Esports, Azar, he cleansed it off, got to safety. He was so close to dying. He is playing this hero to the absolute limit, ensuring that he's doing the damage, he's able to get that. Yes, he's been stunned up, but he's been controlled, and that's kind of, you know, this high-risk, high-reward play that you have from Marco. But, you know, Influence Rage picking up the Overlord there and maybe turning this game around.
Okay, and now Boom Esports, for you guys who's watching out, they're turning things around with their setup as well. But one thing that we're still seeing here is the gold lead is not too far from INF. He like took the thorns out of the Overlord for 3 shots to make Cozy, and they need to respect that.
All right, guys, do not be mistaken. It is now Influence Rage in the lead. Okay, while they are even on gold, I think now with the Shadow Overlord, it is definitely map control in favor of Influence Rage, and the damage is coming in.
Yeah, and
Void Staff is already in the hands of Cozy.
perfect picture, man. Perfect as well for INF. And if, as you can see, Hana on the middle, later stage of the game, this is their window. As you said, this is their domain slowly being open. Petroni doing well with the push as well. And Boom needs to adjust this properly. Who's going to be the front line? Who's going to be the catch here? Because this is very challenging. They haven't damaged just yet. But with that, they need to split INF in half as well.
Logistics forced the ultimate early at this point. Impressive, trying to run away, gets caught out. Will be forced to use the flash on the backline to Miggy. He's trying to make it work. Patroni once again caught in no man's land. Miggy is the one that makes it big in this fight. Raikou gets stunned up, but there's not enough damage coming out from Azar as well. On the backline's Cozy, unable to hit any of the couple blades. And at this point, could this be the mistake that cost them this fight? It will not be. But boom, they lose that T3 on the bottom lane.
My goodness. Petroni only one to fall, but in the bigger picture of things, INF really closing the map right now of Boom Esports.
Yeah, I mean, Logistics did go down, but he lost the mid T2 and the bottom T3. A little unfortunate for them. I mean, that was really well played by Influence Rage. Yes, it seemed a little like chaotic, but Cozy, again, if he hits his couple blades, Sony hits a couple more scepters, they could have taken out a lot more. Boom Esports definitely on the defensive. Yeah, that kill score looks like it's in their favor, but it's all about that net worth, the objectives, and it looks like Influence Rage are definitely in the lead.
Yeah, and they really hold on to dear life as 30 minutes pass by because they know what could be their winning condition. Lady Sun, yeah, late game. You have the Hano, yeah, late game as well. And to stay now is really looking good for Raikou. So no matter what punch comes in from Boom Esports, they really can't take it. That's why they want to take this tired as well for an extra damage buff.
Yeah, take the buff, take it what you got. The top lane is pushing though. Raikou will take this one, take credit for it. But again, look, I know that Boom Esports are on the losing side, but you still have Azar. The guy has not died yet. He's getting his picks. He's 4-0-2. He is your lifeline. He is your carry. You got to work around him. Miggy, you can't be doing things that are just solo 1 versus 4, but it looks like there's a little bit of action here.
Here's the real problem. It is actually Impressive getting chased down by Raikou as well. Once Impressive is dead, it's going to be a bad team fight for the side of Influence Rage. At this point, Raikou manages to use an Invincible Warrior again. The refresh comes in. Azar, he's not too low at this point, but Raikou, he is setting the stage. Cozy, can he hit those couple blades? He does land one on the Logistics as well. They're falling low. Can they get more damage? Patroni this time safe. And with the reforged blades, they will get the damage. But here comes Sony. He's pushing them all the way. Tier 3 on the top, taken. Boom have been pushed back.
That triangle of death really pushed him to a tight corner, adding the turret taken out of Boom Esports. INF, count me in. It's getting scarier by the minute. Who's gonna deflect all of these damage, relying on two people who has win game condition and damage?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, a G6! He gets caught out, forced to use the ultimate as well. Cozy unable to hit the mark at this point, but he finally does. And when he does, it slaps. It's gonna be the first step. A G6 taken away. Raikou tanking everything. In the backline, Sony trying to get that leap of faith into the backlines as well. And it's not looking too good. Suddenly, there's a lot of damage coming in. Azar, he's turning the fight, but Miggy's falling low. Cozy's still alive. Gets stunned up. Impressive cannot die. He is that one line of defense. He needs to give them the stuns. But right now, Impressive left with half his health. There is a lot of damage coming in from Influence Rage. They don't care. Sony does have the ultimate. He does not. He's able to tank and lifesteal it up anyway. And at this point, Miggy does sidestep all of the blades. And Bilal, he's trying to provide the heals as well. But Patroni comes from the backlines, and they have found the opening. They've jumped through the window and take this game away from Boom.
A better adjustment for INF. We were questioning how this would be an advantage against the front line and the win condition of a farm lane from Boom Esports. Forget about it. Forget about the front line defense. We're here to outlast everything. They took the punches, a whole lot of punches, and they waited for the right moment to fight back.
I mean, Influence Rage, it comes back to the draft. The Hano, the Ganonmo, the zoning capability with the scepters and the couple blades, they had no answers for that.